Hello, my name's Alex. Welcome to the Beliefs Bazaar. This video is just about Flat Earth again. I have another one that I talk a little bit longer about why I think Flat Earth is a thing. But in this one, I just want to address real quick that I don't know if I believe anybody that's pushing this idea. Because since I made the last video, I've been watching a lot of content online. And when I say I don't think anyone believes, I don't believe them, I certainly believe that there are people that believe in the flat earth because, they're very present online and are pretty obnoxious about their beliefs and the whole, victimhood complex of, the only reason there's globers out there is to target us or what have you. I've just been watching these things and, I feel bad for the people that actually believe this stuff, but I actually am to the point where I don't think I actually believe that the proponents of this thing, the ones that make the extended content or the higher production value flat earth content, I don't think that they believe the thing. I think they're just doing it to either, for the same reasons that flat earthers say we make videos about them. I think they're doing it for either attention, for money, because controversy gets a lot of views on things like YouTube and otherwise, or maybe they are actually paid to be agents of chaos. Because, and the reason I say that last one is because the thing that I've noticed about people that believe in flat earth is that they have been essentially neutralized politically. And not completely, though. They've been neutralized they've been neutralized against siding with the people that would advocate for their rights and for, the removal of money from politics. The very things that are wrong with the world, flat earthers have been taught to basically refuse to. It's one of those things where if you think the earth is a globe, how can I take anything else you say seriously if you believe in the globe? And that is the very thing that they want you to think. Because if you are able to pick a thing, whether it be, we'll use flat earth, this is what we're talking about, flat earth, or another belief, let's say creationism or what have you, these beliefs unto themselves aren't necessarily dangerous. Here, I prepared a graphic for this. There we go. It's not necessarily that the beliefs themselves are insidious. It's just that, well, in this case, flat earth definitely is, but it's that belief in these things is used to discredit people who don't believe in those things. And, it's happening in the political scene. I'll use a different example. The whole anti-trans thing. I've heard several people utter the phrase, how can I take you seriously or listen to what you say or whatever on the economy if something genders, right? Or, if you only think that there's two, if you don't know how many genders there are, how can I take you seriously on the economy? Well, if you are a glober, how can I take you seriously on anything? That is the exact thing that whoever out there wants you to believe. That is the thing. It's not necessarily flat earth. It's not necessarily anti-trans. It's that if we can push you into a belief such that you will not listen to or discredit or even antagonize anyone who's actually trying to do good in this world or introduce policy that it can actually benefit us, if you won't listen to any of those people because of this other thing, then they've won. You have been used as a tool to create a bunch of fucking noise and distract people and waste their time. I don't really necessarily want to talk about this, but I think that, people like myself, I'm not involved with an institution. I don't have any degrees, but that's because, that's because I was, not focused on that when I was younger, and now I regret it, and I spend a lot of time learning stuff. But the fact that I am still able to not get involved in these cult-like groups is because and I'll talk about this in other videos, but I've had a lot of life experiences that led me down a path of really questioning the ideas that I had about myself, about the world, about women, about all these things. And, after some time, and it feels shitty to admit you're wrong or to be wrong or whatever. That is sometimes can be humiliating if you are not in the mindset of wanting to correct your bad ideas. Because that is actually strength. The ability to recognize, or at least even just be open to the possibility that you're wrong, and then update your ideas with better information and discard the things that have been either disproven or have no real logic to them. That makes your opinion stronger and your perspective stronger, and your beliefs are probably closer to truth, And so I think that the Flat Earth movement is this it's the tip of the spear for anti-intellectualism, because, if you just refuse to admit that you're wrong about anything, you'll end up believing in Flat Earth, because that is the epitome of I'm not wrong about this, So, I know that probably if you are a flat earther and watching this, you will probably have umpteen reasons why you think that you can discredit me, or, why you should dismiss me for, whatever that reason is. Maybe it's just because you've been trained to dismiss anyone who says anything that doesn't agree with your ideology. And that is how people are neutralized, because you won't listen to anyone who's progressive because they all agree with the established knowledge of humanity that we've had for centuries, if not millennia, about the earth and the stars and their relation to each other and whatnot. So, there's plenty of stuff out there debunking the actual arguments that are made by flat earthers, so I don't feel the need to do that here. But the fact that people still watch those things and still cling to this idea of the flat earth and just come up with all these reasons to attack or dismiss the people that are actually debunking it, that is what you've been trained to do. You've been trained to dismiss anyone who might be actually advocating for you. And instead, you've chosen to say, this is where I refuse to fucking interrogate my ideas whatsoever. And I'm going to just lean in on this thing because all of a sudden everyone's coming at me, attacking me, and they're not attacking you. They're attacking your dumb ideas and the ideas that separate you from those of us who wish to create more prosperity for the world. So please just consider the possibility that you're wrong, and also how your beliefs might be used to neutralize you politically or lead you down a path whereby the people that you advocate for and choose to support are actually not on your side, and they're just using this thing, whatever the ideology, whatever the belief is, they're just using that to virtue signal to you that they're on your side, and anyone who's not on your side about this one thing can't be on your side about anything. So I'll just, I guess, yeah. So this is in closing. Just because you can't understand something or won't take the time to understand something, it doesn't make it a conspiracy or God. I'll read that again. Just because you can't understand something or you won't take the time to understand something, it doesn't make it a conspiracy or God. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.